Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about iOS 17.1 Developer Beta 3. It's been a couple of days, of course. I want to share with you guys additional details in regards to this update. And by the way, we might already have the official release date for iOS 17.1. I want to talk about that. In this video, I also want to talk about iOS 17.0.3 and the bug that continues to be reported where your iPhone will randomly shut down in the middle of the night. I wanted to share some details in regards to that, iPhone 12 update for France, and much more. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one. So the first thing I want to talk about is a weird bug that continues to be reported where the iPhone would randomly shut down in the middle of the night. Now, I don't believe this is a major issue for most users. I don't think this is a widespread issue, but it's definitely happening as my iPhone, I personally watched it power off around midnight and then about close to 2 hours later reboot. The iPhone was set on a charging dock and then I watched it shut down. Since I know about this issue, I let it sit. I was playing video games. I watched it reboot close to 2 hours later. So from midnight to about 1:50 a.m., my iPhone did shut down and power up on its own. Of course, this is an issue because if this happens, of course, and you have an alarm set for that time when the iPhone decides to shut down on you, or even if you get an emergency call, this could be an issue, right? So Apple will most likely address this with iOS 17.1. And I also wanted to mention that this isn't only happening with iOS 17.0.3, but this happened to me on 17.1 Beta 3. So I'm hoping that Apple will address this issue. Again, this may not be a major issue or a widespread issue, but it's definitely happening. Now, with iOS 17.1 Developer Beta 3, Apple has also made some adjustments to the action button. Some users were reporting that the actions were activating when their iPhones were placed in a bag by accident or in your pocket. I never really encountered this issue with the action button, but many users have encountered the issue where these actions would trigger when your iPhone was in your pocket by accident, of course, and inside of a bag, maybe if you're traveling. Now, Apple has adjusted the software with iOS 17.1 Beta 3 to actually prevent this from happening. So your iPhone can detect if it's in a bag or in your pocket, right? So it's in there, it's got proximity sensors, and it's got gyroscopes, so it detects if it's upside down instead of a bag. And Apple has adjusted the functions so this doesn't occur, or hopefully prevent this from happening to users. Again, this was reported earlier with iOS 17, and Apple looks to be addressing this with 17.1. Specifically, the third beta now has addressed this particular issue. Now, in regards to performance, I know a lot of you guys always ask about the benchmarks. Of course, the iPhone 15 Pro Max can deliver with the Apple A17 Pro chip. This thing is a beast. I think Apple has bigger plans for this chip later down the road. There was a rumor of game mode coming to the iPhone. We'll have to wait and see, but look at the single core score here, 2,947 single core score, and the multi-core score, 7,130. That is impressive performance. The iPhone has always performed well since I bought it. I've never really encountered any overheating issues. I know that was something that was concerning to most users. I never encountered that, not on iOS 17, 17.0.3, or the latest beta, 17.1 Beta 3. So everything is running smooth in terms of performance. Now, for those of you asking about the Journal application, this is an app that was supposed to be shipping with iOS 17.1 or later. It looks like Apple may be pushing this feature a little further as the release date of iOS 17.1 quickly approaches, which brings me to the next topic. So in terms of release dates, let's talk about what to expect next here. So it is October the 15th today. This week, we can expect Apple to release the RC, the release candidate for iOS 17.1. So iOS 17.1 RC will most likely be released on Tuesday, October the 17th. Apple continues to stick with Tuesday releases, so that's my best guess here for the RC, again, which is the release candidate before the official release. Now, when it comes to the official release, Apple will most likely release iOS 17.1 to everyone worldwide on October the 23rd or the 24th. Now, the reason we know this is because the French ANFR, the regulatory group which is responsible for Apple's adjustment to the SAR testing on the iPhone 12, Apple has told them that this update will be available for iPhone 12 users in France no later than October the 24th. So Apple typically releases major updates on Mondays. So I'm thinking October the 23rd, it's going to be the release for iOS 17.1, but Apple could also push it to Tuesday the 24th. We'll have to wait and see, but basically this confirms that Apple will be releasing iOS 17.1 on the week of the 23rd of October. And there you guys have it, just a quick update on iOS 17.1 Developer Beta 3 future releases. Stay tuned here to the channel, of course. More updates coming your way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.